Good morning. Happy 200 on keto, ketovore, carnivore, intermittent fasting. So, what can I tell you about the differences? Number one, I have learned that weight is the worst metric. Really, it doesn't matter. It's not about weight, never was about weight. Matter of fact, Dr. Berg, one of the first things I heard, and he was the first video that actually popped up that got me involved in this 200 days ago in the first place. He said, don't lose weight to get healthy. Get healthy to lose weight. And of course, weight, as I'm finding, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's inconsequential. That's not, it shouldn't even be considered a metric. Weight is a symptom, okay? And if you feel good and you're in balance, then who cares what you weigh? You weigh what you weigh, all right? You are what you are. But to that end, here at the end of 200 days, I am within, between 93.3 and 93.6. So if you want to just round that around to like 93 and a half, that's between 205, 206 pounds. And I give myself a little distance there because, of course, a glass of water, one of my glasses of water is between 500 grams and a kilogram of water whenever I drink. So you're looking at a 2-pound differential depending on when the last time I took a drink of water. So what have I noticed? What has actually happened over the last 200 days? It just blows my mind. So my hair, I really see it darkening, and I don't know if maybe melanin is restructuring. I don't know. I don't think it's a fountain of youth. I don't think it's rejuvenation. But whatever causes gray hair apparently isn't continuing. Again, I had some salt and pepper forming in my beard, and it seems to be getting darker. I don't know. That's up to y'all. It's hair follicles, genetics, genetic expression, or epigenetics. So my face, I would get various pimples. I mean, at the age of 54, the time for adolescence is over. And the reason you get acne and pimples in adolescence is you actually go through an insulin resistance by the body. The body hormones do this anyway because what they want to do is build up some fat. They want to build up some extra calories so that when they get ready and the pituitary gland goes, time for puberty, boom, you have this energy. And all of a sudden, I mean, if it weren't for this tragic food that we eat, you will notice in the past, remember my grandma saying, don't worry, they'll grow into it. Gosh, you filled out, okay? All adolescents go through a pudgy time. And this is where I guess we get the mental illness coming in, where body image and this and that. During adolescence, don't worry about body image. Just float with it. Just float with it. Eat what you crave what you eat. Do your thing. Girls are going to get pudgy. Boys are going to get kind of like, they just, there's two ages where you just don't quite look right. And I think my wife used to tell me right around 5 to 7 to 8, kids are kind of not proportional. Okay, the body doesn't grow like, into perfect people like you would if you were a morph. You were morphing through a picture, for example. But what they do is they grow at different rates, different hormones, different speeds. Now, once you're an adult, now that all just kind of, works itself out. So that's kind of interesting. So no more acne, no more oily complexion. I used to have the quote-unquote T-zone. What the hell is that? I don't have that anymore. I don't have any T anywhere. I mean, there's just no oil. There's just no oil left. I mean, I'm not exuding all this nasty blah. I mean, it was. I mean, I don't mean to get gross or anything, but we replace pillows to the tune of about every year or so, and my pillows used to have this yellow look, and our last set of pillows, there's no more yellow nastiness. I think, honest to goodness, it's those seed oils coming out, because I don't eat seed oils anymore. Here and there, maybe a mayonnaise, a soy-based mayonnaise, because, I mean, the only other ones are just the ones I make myself with butter. But don't have any more, clothes staining, and there's, I don't know, there's this like, your body will exude poisons. It doesn't like them. All right. So if you have a lot of yellow stained clothing, you need bitter detergent. You need to stick them in the sun. Just buy new clothes and stop eating seed oils. Advice worth the price. Remember, disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. I couldn't care less what you do. I'm telling you what worked for me. If you follow it, I mean, you're a human, I'm a human. Take that for what it is. I think I've had a total of 3 cold sores during the time. One, actually 2 sets, I was under some acute stress. Just pissed me off stress. Literally. I wish, okay. But that's, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna come back into that. Okay, you got to release that stress, man. Got to get rid of it. And then I think I was actually fighting a microbe. It's not asymptomatic. Obviously, I had a cold sore. They used to come up when I had viruses. No more puffy eyes, no more puffy face. My eyes are in good shape. There's you look in the eyelids, and they're like this beautiful pink. They used to be red. I used to be constantly. Segue into allergies. I used to just have allergies. It wouldn't matter. I couldn't breathe through my nose. And here, I haven't not been able to breathe through my nose for since May, and I always had allergies. And I'll know for certain coming up in February, because the what they call the huele a noche or something, this plant that is really perfumey, but only at night. And then the sour orange blossoms. There's the original orange. Literally, if you ate this, you'd be like, oh no, it's acidic. It's actually used by the Mayans for their with achiote to make the so-called pibil, whether that's pork or chicken, right? So no more allergies. Inflammation gone. Inflammation gone. Goodbye. See you later. Sayonara. And there are even pictures of me at 95 kilos. And now today, because I shifted even more into more meats, and the inflammation is completely gone. I have none. It's just really weird. The only allergies I had left were some itchy tear ducts. Now I don't know what that's all about, if that's a dietary consideration, or it really is just pollen irritating your body, whatever. My gut is completely healed. So I have no, see, you think your guts are inside, right? Mm-mm. From here to your dealy bot, what my dad used to call the poop chute, that's all exposed to the outside. You are literally, you have a body and an internal body, and then you have a hole running through you. Now, if that is poisonous or that has bacteria that's no good, it's called leaky gut, that's causing autoimmune issues. It can cause thyroid problems. It can cause allergies. It causes everything that's wrong with you. Heal that gut. And the only way to do it is to get rid of these frankenfoods. All right? The 3 lessons I learned: get rid of sugar. The end. Bye. Never again. See you later. 2, grains. All grains. Tortillas. I don't care what it is. Adios. Or, cada quien. In Spanish, it's like to each his own. And the third thing, definitely get rid of everything that isn't olive oil, butter, and lard. Okay? Those are the 3 biggies. Those are the ones you're going to run into most. Olive oil, butter, and lard. If it's any other fat at all, adios. I mean, obviously, tallow's good. I'm talking about natural dietary fats. So, what else here? No more meds. I haven't had to take a headache tablet. And I used to get headaches all the time. No more. Haven't taken them since then. If I have a headache, it's tension, and then I use breathing. So 4 seconds in and 5 or 6 or even 8 seconds out and 4 seconds in. Don't breathe like this. No, breathe from your diaphragm. Singers will be able to teach you how to do that. But anyway, that's really cool. Or a pinch of salt under my tongue, because it's almost always a salt imbalance, or water. All right. So, and the headache goes away. No more joint pain. I had pain here. I had pain here. And I had pain in my knees. I still have a little bit of pain in my lower back, but that's probably just has to rebuild itself from the damage I did to it, having been so completely fat and massive. And when low pressure systems come in, it's actually a weather guesser for me. I can tell when it's going to get cold. I don't mind it. It actually doesn't bother me. It helps me predict the weather. So no more joint pain, no more edema, cankles. I haven't had a cankle and I can't remember. I can, I'll flex my foot and I'll see all the metatarsals. I'll see the tendons, and I look at the difference. It used to be left leg swelling more than right leg. Now they're like thin and beautiful. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Really, you've got to be kidding me. There's no more edema at all. At all. My body is completely restructured. I mean, if you looked at me from even 5 years ago till today, it's like I'm lean, athletic, and I'm, believe it or not, semi-chiseled. I have to wait for some skin to get reassimilated, reused. It's a process. That could take a year or so. I don't care. But it's just neat that I actually look at myself and I go, wow, man, who the heck is that? And it's so fast that even you notice in a mirror, okay? My height to waist ratio currently, my beautiful wife is exactly 0.5, and that's optimum, okay? So you start at your belly button. Yeah, I know, not your waist, not at your belly button, and keep that parallel all the way around to the floor. You measure that, and then you divide that by your height. I don't care if, just use the same scale. Use inches, use centimeters, I don't care what you use. But optimum is 0.5. I am 0.5 repeating. So I am within 11% of metabolically perfect according to that metric, and that's the important one. So I am not complaining about 0.55555. Again, it's within 10% of either side. Yay. No ascites. Ascites is that bulbous fat look where your liver is actually in so much trouble. It's seeping fluid into your, I think it's called the perineal cavity or something. That's dangerous. I don't actually think I had that, thankfully. I think I just had a lot of visceral fat, which I no longer have. I can start seeing my belly muscles. And believe it or not, I've never been able to, that 6-pack, 8-pack thing, I've never actually been able to chisel that and see it. And it seems to be appearing. I must have just been inflamed my whole life eating the standard American diet, the SAD. Okay? You've got to get off that, man. What is it? Sugar, all grains, and vegetable oils. All of it. Gone. If God didn't make it, you don't eat it. Oh, and I don't eat fruit. Goodbye, fruit. Adios. See you later. Sayonara. It hasn't affected me in 7 months. Okay? I'll eat a strawberry. I guess that's a fruit. Technically, the fruit's the little crunchy thing on the outside. The strawberry is actually the stem. And the other things that I would eat if I get a hold of them, blueberries and some raspberries, which have almost literally 0 carbs by weight. It's not an issue. Won't hurt you. So I know I had a bacterial infection, which self-eliminated. Just literally from 1 week to the next, it just is gone. Weird. Energy, loads of energy. I have a lot of energy. Hunger, none. So, I'm not hungry right now. I have my coffee. Yay, as a matter of fact. I have one last sip where I'm going to just kind of drink it's not the grounds, but it's the things I put in there. I put ginger, turmeric, a little bit of cinnamon, and some cocoa. And, I'm pretty good. Kind of a little shaky from cortisol, but it's all right. No worries. And even before my coffee, I have energy when I wake up. It's like, boom, I'm awake. Hello. Hello, beautiful world. Hunger, so no hunger. Naps, I haven't taken a nap. I mean, I've actually been kind of like, I'm bored. I'll lay down and I'll be like, no more naps. I can't take them. I'm just not tired. My melatonin has just decided to say, bruh, not right now. It's like light out. It's things to do. Go do things. Cravings, none. So, did my weight come off? Absolutely. It came off to where I was now, damn near 30 years ago. I'm finally getting into some high-intensity interval training. I take walks. I mean, I'm constantly moving. I'm standing in the kitchen. I cook every day. That's at least 2 hours. Standing alone is a really good exercise. And for people, yeah, my kids are here. So when you hear them, I'm going to draw attention to them so they get embarrassed and maybe be quiet. No, they won't. But it's okay. So there we go, day 200. I'm not going to probably include weight as a metric anymore. Maybe a month from now, maybe I'll say, oh yeah, either I went up or I went down. Because now I'm starting resistance training, aerobic training, and interval training. So that's going to break down and rebuild, regenerate muscle. I'm going to lose skin. And again, as I gain muscle, obviously that has more density. I may gain weight. According to BMI, which is another thing you never ever want to deal with, it is absolutely ridiculous. Essentially, it is your weight in kilograms divided by your length in meters squared. Okay? Or was it centimeters? If you care, put it in the comments. I'll get back to you on that. It's not the exact same conversion from inches to pounds, okay? Because you have to deal with the number 2.2 and you have to deal with the number 2.54 centimeters to inch. So it's not the same conversion. So be careful. Don't say, oh, I can just take my inches or feet and divide it by my pounds. Not necessarily, okay? I do know for a fact, I believe it is length. It is definitely kilograms divided by length in meters squared, okay? So I'm 1.8 meters, square that, divide that into 93 kilos, and I come out with a body mass index of about 29, which is right at the teeter-totter level of definitely overweight, and right there at the bottom border of obese. Friends, I am not obese. Not in the least. I have no jiggling. Oh! And since my estrogen has gone down, I'm not as emotional anymore. Yes, it will affect men. If you lose your testosterone and you gain estrogen, you're going to be a miserable wreck like our wives always are. Actually, my wife isn't a miserable wreck anymore. She's quite in control of her mental faculties. And that's another thing. My brain all of a sudden activated. I can do stuff I couldn't do ever. I mean, I can just think. I feel like the Scarecrow, you know. Oh, why? La da da da. And I start singing that song, and it's really wonderful. And I'm getting a lot more testosterone back. I'm not going to mention the morning kickstand or anything, and I don't really know how that works, but all of a sudden it's appearing again. And testosterone, believe it or not, it doesn't make you aggressive. Testosterone, in me at least, as a male, and I know because I'm losing my man boobs, they're almost gone. I'm like, I don't have any man boobs left. They're turning into pectoral muscles again. But it's actually keeping me in control. Oh, it gives me power. Oh, you have no idea. I have a lot of power. And can I get aggressive? 100%. But it's weird. It's like, it's this hormone that also, because my frontal lobe is healed, because my nerves are healing. Oh, I just keep coming up with things. Sorry, this is a long video. Oh, I'll get over it. It's 200 days. I had this thing called neurodermatitis, and I would itch it till it was raw and it would scab up. Gone. So my nerves apparently are healthy, happy. My frontal lobe is learning how to turn things off. So as a male, and where I should be in balance with my testosterone and estrogen, I am in much more control. Like yesterday, I had a completely panic episode that I thought I had blown out my 3 YouTube channels. Like, oh To rebuild those, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just going to do something else. But I sat there and it bothered me. But, I mean, in the old days, I would have thrown shit around and freaked out. And, oh, my God, no. But it was like, well, nothing you can do about it. So relax, breathe, and then what you can do, you can do. And today I'm finding out more clues. I may be able to restore at least. I'm actually just, I'm actually looking for one email address, which is not essential. So I've pretty much been able to rebuild what I had. So I'm not too concerned about it. If I cut myself, wounds heal in literally days. I mean, and no scars. I sliced my thumb the other day, cutting. Lettuce is treacherous because you forget your thumb's kind of in the leaves or whatever. I kind of hacked off a chunk, and it's beautiful. This was like, I think a week or two ago. I mean, this stuff, you just heal quick. Well, I can't say enough about it. So either you guys, you can do what you want. If you're happy where you are, if you're happy on oxygen, you're happy taking meds for the rest of your life, you're happy dying before you need to. I know now of 2 people whom I know personally. One, 43 years old, coronary bypass. Really? And I remember his telling me that it's because of uncontrolled diabetes. And I offered, well, the only way to cure that I know of, to reverse it is, and I explained, and crickets. So, you know what? I'm here to tell the story, man. St. John the Baptist in the desert. I'm baptizing saviors. If you don't want to be a savior, hey, you know what? Cada quien, man. I love you. Good luck. I hope it's good for you. You know what I'm telling you, baby? And then my other friend I didn't know, like 2 years ago, had a stroke. 55 fucking years old and you have a stroke? 43 and you have a heart bypass? You got problems, and you can't blame mom and dad's genetics on it anymore because we know more now, all right? You have hoof-to-mouth disease. It's only hard for about the first week or so. After that, and when you finally tell your family, get the hell out of my face, shove off, go away, pretend a doctor gave me this diet, and please, you know what? Like my dad would say, run rabbits, eat shit, or bark at the moon. I'm not changing. Because what I'm doing is changing me, and I'm going to outlive you. Maybe that's why you're pissed off. I don't have a clue. Oh, we can't go out to eat places. We can go out to eat wherever you want. I'm just not going to eat the bread. I'm not going to eat the tortillas. And I'm going to get a chunk of meat. And it's going to cost us 8,000 pesos, but I don't care because I'm going to eat till I'm comfortably stuffed. And trust me, the amount of meat they give you when you go out to eat isn't enough. And I'm sitting there going, I'm flipping hungry. So I wait, get home, and then I make like a 14-egg omelet, and that's about that. So anyway, a little bit of histoire in my fight here to reach my 200 days. So we'll talk to you guys again later. Have a great one. You can do this, unless you're not human. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.